Indeed, this factory speaks loudly about the giant strides we are making in agriculture as a country. This monumental project for which we are gathered here today is a marvel to behold. Indeed, this factory speaks loudly about the giant strides we are making in agriculture as a country. This monumental project for which we are gathered here today is a marvel to behold. Therefore, enjoin relevant federal government agencies such as the Ministry of Agriculture and the Central Bank of Nigeria through its Anchor Borrowers Program to partner with Cross River in the area of supply of seedlings to our farmers.
This is happening in the Niger Delta. That's the first thing. I'm excited that this is happening here. So it's not something that will go out there to go and import any longer. You know, you must have a separate company owned by the state government for just site preparation, for rice production and for agricultural purposes. Because some of these equipment are multifaceted, you know, so they are capable of doing a lot. And I asked them whether they can also work in the swamps, and the expatriates said yes, that the equipment are capable of working in the swamps to be able to create food for the people. So I'm happy. It's almost like saying all these complements are available in Cross River State. It's not just the seedlings we are talking about. We have the equipment to help you to clear the soil. We have equipment to help you to prepare the soil for farming, and of course rice with the seedlings here that can get can germinate and then get matured in just 3 months. I think we can add a lot of value to Nigeria, and then you see that all these innovations are coming up because of the federal government's policy of trying to ensure food sufficiency, particularly in terms of closing the borders, to encourage Nigerian rice farmers to improve not just the quality of rice, but also their output. And the Cross River State has taken a major lead. Again, Governor, I congratulate you, and I'm happy that this is happening in the Niger Delta, and I assure you that we will not only collaborate with you, we will encourage what is going on here, and we'll see how, with the mega resources we have. And then if it's not possible, I will encourage the NDDC to come in here, because they are a major interventionist agency, and their job is to intervene in poverty, to also intervene in infrastructural decay, and where we have any emergency or otherwise. So they must intervene in terms of producing food for the people of Niger Delta. This is impressive. The equipment here cannot lie idle. They must be put to use. It's almost like having aircrafts on the ground. If you don't put them to use, then you continue to spend a lot of money on repairs. So I'll go back and work out something very fast and get back to you, Your Excellency. Congratulations for what you are doing. Seeing is believing. I think it's a different thing now. So the Ayade Industrial Revolution is on course.
We are seeing it with this eyes. The amount of equipment we have here, it's enough to drive all the value chains in the agricultural beneficiation process. Cross River State is positioning herself to provide tractorization, mechanization, land clearing, and land support services to all farmers across the country. We are so prepared that we have a partnership, a technical and commercial and full operations with John Deere of United States of America. And they are setting up their service maintenance factory right here in Ayade Industrial Plant. So Cross River State is beckoning to the entire country. And so the time has come where we must actually find a roadmap that provides for the country without necessarily dependent on oil. Oil has huge revenue income with very low employability. So if we want to increase the employability and employment of our people, we have to go to agro-industrial revolution, and which is one of the core mandates of the Minister of Niger Delta, to create jobs and reduce the social tension that is characteristic with unemployment. They have a twin relationship between unemployment, poverty, and criminality. And until you deal with unemployment, you're fighting corruption in vain. And so what we are saying is that Cross River State is prepared to move thousands of young men into the farms. And that's what we call G-Money. G-Money is money made by green young people from a green economy. And the green economy is the way to go. Beyond that is the blue economy, which is from our waterways. Cross River State is also blessed with almost 800 kilometers of Atlantic coastline alongside our waterways. Therefore, we come with so much capacity to deliver value. There is nothing we can do as a country that will make sense when we have a 3% group in population with two religions that are opposed to family control or birth control. So it therefore means that in no distant future, Cross River State, alongside with all the 36 states of Nigeria, will be the third largest population in the world without a proper plan on the food security for the young people. In Cross River State, we have 70% of our population young people under the age of 35. 6,000 young men graduate from school in Cross River State yearly without a corresponding job placement. You can't tell me you're already preparing a time bomb for war. You're already increasing crime by even government doing nothing. So we must go into agriculture, and this is not just true for Cross River, it's for every state in Nigeria. If you don't go agriculture, make all the oil money, you can build all your skyscrapers, but your people are poor and hungry. Technology does not allow you the luxury of using so many people to build a skyscraper, even if it's 20 floors now. Lifting technology has taken care of all of that. Only agriculture allows you to grow industrially, yet and hold people along with you. That is why the choice of agro-industrial revolution has become critical for the president to have a direct intervention. I will use the opportunity to plead with the president to also take his time to look at the Ministry of Niger Delta and NDDC and support them strongly in terms of human capital development, in terms of moving young people into agriculture. Because even if you give them money on the table, the fact that they are not engaged, the energy, the bloscopy, the stimulus, that catabolic energy they've got, they must dissipate it criminally. So you must create an alternative platform to exhaust that energy, and that's the farming. And I think that that's the way to go, and that is the first step to grow in any industrial setting.
The Central Bank of Nigeria is interested in one thing for states. We want to make them economically viable, that can support the indigenous or the economy of their respective states without recourse to external borrowing or becoming too heavily indebted. And so we have rolled out a whole lot of schemes that will support this kind of venture. I've seen tractors, I've seen what do you call them, tippers or things like that behind. I've seen a lot of numerous equipment. I even asked, I'm told, that John Deere is setting up here a team, a maintenance team that will take care of this equipment. So that talks about sustainability, and we thank the governor for that. This factory is not just for seedlings for rice. It will do that for pepper. It will do that for tomato. It will do that for cocoa. It will do that for oil palm. So it's a multi-use facility that we thank God it is here. Potentials in this state is unimaginable. It can sustain Nigeria if we actively tap it. And the beginning of that exercise is the infrastructure the governor has put in place for us to use. So my challenge to our guys in Cross River is this: don't let him down. 4 years is a lot of time, but 4 years is not a lot of time. We are here as a to say this, sir. The oil palm, the cocoa business must start in this first quarter. We have seen him prepare you with land clearing equipment. They must be put to use, so that when we come back in another 4 months, 5 months, 6 months down the line, we will not be looking at those equipment. We say, how many hectares have been cleared? Right now, I can tell you this: no farmer in the state should complain, I do not have land to plant rice, because the equipments are there. Once you identify the land, the central bank will support through our Anchor Borrowers program to ensure that funds are available so that these machines can move out. They are not in a museum here; they ought to be in the field working.
All of us that are here will bear witness that the initiative of Mr. President to close border, because the so-called foreign rice, which we call foreign disease, is being trooped into Nigeria, the borders must be closed so that Nigerians will be able to produce fresh rice, eat fresh rice, so that they'll be healthier. So when I came here, I realized 100% that the border closure is a good initiative, and the borders can be closed for the next 100 years. Nothing will happen in terms of rice production in Nigeria, because what I saw here and what I'm currently seeing, sincerely speaking, I would say is like a dream.
It has never happened in the history of this country, and by extension, it has never happened in the history of Africa. So what is here is exactly what will support Mr. President to continue to have courage to close the borders of Nigeria, particularly the informal borders. So I'm delighted, I'm happy to be here. I'm confident that this gentleman, Professor Ben Ayade, the governor of Cross River, is really a visionary leader. He's a committed Nigerian, he's a nationalist, and he is one of the best governors that I can say that are supporting Mr. President's rice self-sufficiency program in Nigeria.
He's not playing politics with the development, and the initiatives are on ground for all to see. For me, like I said, development has no political party, so I must congratulate the governor of Cross River State for this initiative, and I would like to see this replicated in many states of the Federation, and particularly the Niger Delta region. I just asked him about how long it will take for us to have the seedlings, the rice seedlings ready. He said in about 8 days. 8 days, and that means by the time we pick it up in 8 days and we supplant it, it will take about 3 months for us to harvest, and then we come back for more, just like that. So it's an initiative that we must extend to other parts of the Niger Delta. It's not a joke. If we can do this in very high quantity, I believe that we'll be able to provide food for our people and at cheap cost. And more importantly, the employment opportunities that will be created by the quantum leap in rice production in the Niger Delta will be enormous. So I'm very impressed, and I congratulate you and thank you for being a pioneer in this direction. And I know that at the end, you'll be positively remembered for this.
For us as a state, we are simply practicalizing the mandate given and handed out by the President Muhammadu Buhari. And as Minister of Niger Delta, he has come here, he has seen, and he has said he will be back with his ESCO members to be able to reach a memorandum of understanding with us to start massive cultivation of rice. And that is the only way the President will say, look, truly, when I came into Nigeria, this is how much we were spending to import rice. But today, by 2023, Nigeria is rather exporting rice. The only way that can be achieved is this. And that is the mandate that he would have delivered on his commitment to the people of Nigeria, that they must find a roadmap for Nigeria beyond oil.